Okay, so what's going on right now is that I have Paralogue 5 in the main screen, and then I have a side bottom left section, or it's just Paralogue 1 and Invasion 1. I just put it at the side because I just don't think they really matter. It's just there to show that like, oh, stuff happened. It's just building support between Niles, like Odin, and yeah. And yeah, I need to do this because like I will be also doing Odin's Paralogue after this Paralogue, so yeah. And the other thing that's important is to train Nyx because of a specific endgame strat. I was looking over my notes and realized that I fucked up and I had to redo it again. Because the problem was that not only did I make like a miscalculation, but I despite doing as much as I can to see what I can do, I forgot that Shori came at like level 2, so there's no way I'm gonna train him for 13 levels to pass. So I had to make a new strat, and I decided I'll decide to use Nyx because Outlaw, +1 move, Bone Knight, it'll work out. And here I get Sophie. Sophie's stats look really busted, but that's just because the 100% growth patch they will be fixed after this map. They are not that impressive. It's just more like I guess he's like the new rally skill bot because he has better defense than Selena, but that's what I did. This map is mostly just like Xander just killing everything because he can. And yeah, that's it. Oh, and there's also villages. I don't care about them. Like they give like a friendship sphere, who cares, and they give like an energy drop, who also cares about that. I don't need energy drops. So yeah, they're all just gonna brutally die, because like the point of this paralogue is that Sophie came, she wanted to like save all these guys, but now they're all gonna suffer brutally fatal deaths because of negligence. It's not really my fault. If they gave better items, then they would be alive right now. But unfortunately, uh, they didn't. So it's not my fault that they're dead. It's their fault, really. I'm not taking responsibility for that shit. So yeah, the main point of this paralogue is to just get Nicole, because Nicole is just a better Camilla at this point, and you got good stats. And I'm definitely gonna use it for Ophelia's paralogue, because unlike yeah, we'll get to her in a bit. I'm almost done with this section. It's just handle the top section and then go in and just capture Nicole. That's it. Very simple map overall, and not much else to say. And I guess something unfortunate is that paralogs do tend to scale with like your unit's levels. So if like Xander kills like a promoted unit, he does get a lot of EXP, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world if he gets so much EXP. He'll be fine later on. I think in general it's like he's really only important for what's happening in this video, chapter 18 and chapter 19, I believe. I don't think him, whatever level he is really important for the other chapters. So here, I realized that Niles can actually two-shot Nicole. I miss. It's okay because I do have other units. So I just use Leo with Camilla's support to do 20 damage, and then now Niles can just capture Nicole, and that's it. Boom. Paralogue done. And now here's the other paralogue that had a bit more effort. So there's a lot of enemies on all four sides. So as you can see, put Camilla down there to build support. She's still bearing support, by the way. Against those two knights, Leo's at the bottom left, and then Nicole is gonna handle like those fighters and ninjas, and then Xander is gonna be at the top right. And my goal is to just like it's important that I get like most of the older villages because they are good items overall. And one of them is like spirit dust. I do need the spirit dust. So yeah. Um, there's not too much RNG. I think the only RNG is Lear section, but is the first turn, so I could just reset if it doesn't go well. So yeah, there's that. And these samurais won't attack me because of the high defense, so I just use Ophelia to kill. And Ophelia, like her stats, wow, they look good. No, they're not as good as they are. But I do use for combat. I did check what her stats would be without the parachute thing. So I did consider that. So if she fights, then that's something that she can do if she was normal levels. I'm not gonna abuse her really ridiculous stats because she can do a lot of shit, but I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, as you can see, Nicole is gonna like damage out one ninja, I guess. For some reason, it's ironic because it's like this is like a negative growth run. But my problem right now is like people are not taking enough damage. Like if you saw that mage that attacked Leo in the first enemy phase, he's passed him because he didn't take any damage. Like what is this? Like I'm losing stats, but I'm still taking no damage. It's fucking ridiculous. So here I'm just Leo's gonna map out those enemies, and then after this, I decided to use Camilla to kill that guy, and then Nicole is gonna kill. And then I'm gonna have Elise be at the bottom because she's gonna be needed there in a bit. And yeah, I guess before something starts, I do want to note that in terms of how I do chart stats, they depend on how well your parents grow up. Since they're negative growths, I decided to just get their average, but round down from decimals. So yeah, that's how I did it. I mean, I'm not gonna use 100% stats. That's definitely not something I'm gonna do. And if you notice, I also killed a boss. Initially, I was thinking maybe I'll capture him because like he can use like the beast killer for kiss from that, but I realized I don't need to. So yeah, I killed him. And at this point, I also realized that since I'm not capturing him, I didn't need to bring Niles. Like Niles is here for no reason. There was no reason for me to bring him. If I wanted a bone knight for mobility, I should have just bought Spelunker because she has value skill. So here, I use my free staff to give it to freeze mechanist because I want to enemy phase all these units. And the outlaw won't attack Nicole because there's still a village. If there's a village available, then all the outlaws will just try to go for that. So yeah, the mechanics is pretty tough because they have like 20 speed. They have like silver weapons. So yeah, I don't. You gotta be a little bit careful with that. And I decided it was a good use of the freeze so that I can just get rid of the other enemies around the mechanics. Because what's worse than dealing with a strong unit with other units that can fuck you over if you are at low HP. And now Xander is gonna like. Well, it would be ideal for Xander to handle the top part, but unfortunately his stats are too high, so they're all gonna ignore him and trickle down to the bottom. But I'll be handling all the enemies at the bottom to the point where so because the enemies are coming from the top, I do want to handle the enemies from the bottom so that I don't get sandwiched, because it's not a very good type of sandwich. So yeah, and the thing is that like I just traded Shore as Nicole's partner so he can double the mechanism. So that's nice. And yeah, now like these guys are trickling down, and Xander is gonna just do stuff. I guess he can kill the outlaw for one, and these guys are gonna move down. We don't have to engage right now. It's better if Nicole engages them because he has the axes. Those are lance users. So yeah, for some reason it takes me a while to process that thought. I don't know why. As I said, it seems to me that every time I play the game, I get stupider. But that's implying that I become very fucking smart when I commentate, when I don't even do any gameplay. So good thing is that the mechanist is able to damage Xander because the shuriken drop. The other enemies are also able to attack him, so it makes it a bit easier for the enemies coming down right now. And all I have to do is shoot Nicole. And here I do make a mistake. You see the mechanist is low in HP, so ideally I want to kill him, but I decided to kill the outlaw instead, even though he's not dread until the village is visited. So yeah, you'll see that mistake bite me in the ass later on. So it's like, when you for some reason play this game, you'd be like, oh, I know, when I'm in this chapter, I don't do this. And here, I fucking waste my free staff. So it's like, yeah, all part of the plan. Just use it and waste it. That's fucking great. Yeah, it's not like I wanted to use that free staff later on, and now I have to, deal with it. And I don't need it. It's just, it would have been nice, but it sucks. It sucks that I just fucking misclicked and now it's gone. And I don't want to redo this chapter, so it's just like I gotta deal with it. If I want to freeze an enemy later on, well, I gotta suck it up because, And here you can see my mistake. The mechanist is for HP. I should have killed it, but I didn't. And now Xander cannot do anything. So now I have to just kill these enemies this turn. Otherwise Nicole's fucking dead because it's Silver Yumi. So first of all, I'm just looking at all my units are so shit. But first I want to use Nicole to kill this guy. And then after like I think like 30 seconds or a minute of me just thinking, I end up just using the magic users to attack the damage guys, because obviously if they're damaged, you don't want to use someone who doubles, because you just want to kill someone. You just want to use someone who can kill them in one hit, and that's my magic users right there. Ophelia and Leo can't really double, so obviously I'm just gonna use them to kill them. And so anytime now, there we go. So now those guys are dead, and now ideally I have to use Nicole for the mechanist because he's the only one who can run around the mechanist, and then now I just have Camilla and Shore for the Merc. So first I want to use Camilla. I'm still trying to figure out for some reason, but I want to use Camilla because not only is it chip damage, but it's also Savage Blow, and Shore is next to her for +3 attack, and that's enough to kill. And now Nicole kills, and there we go. Rip free staff, by the way. Very mad about that.